Hey everybody, Drew Hay from Phil Hay & Sons, and I'm coming to you live from out here in eastern Pennsylvania. We're about a half an hour out of Philadelphia, about an hour out of downtown New York City is where we're located right now. So I want to make this video real quick to give you a tour of this pond that we just constructed. It's a relatively big pond, about 4 acres. And but before I do so, I want to give a shout out to Martha and Carrie Fretch from down in Streamline Engineering. Down in New Kensington, PA. They were very instrumental in this permitting process. It took us about 2 years to get the permits for this project out here, and a lot of that was because of COVID holding everything up. But anyhow, they was very instrumental. They did the designs, and we worked together and came up with the concept for it and everything. They presented everything to the state forest and the DEP, and here we are 2 years later after the beginning of that process. They did a fantastic job, and look forward to a long relationship working with them on many other projects that we have upcoming. Other shout out I want to give out to right there, the guys down at Murphy Equipment, Dave Shart, Adam Kelly. You guys rocked it out for us again. We got over, flexing our John Deere muscles as always. And but boys, I need a new hat. It's about time. It's getting a little fringy here, man. So anyhow, I'm gonna flop this video around, and what we're gonna do is give you a real quick tour of what we're doing. Just bear with me here and here we go. Okay, so we got this over here is our surface skimming overflow. Now I'm okay with using this because we're going to be installing a big Air Max aeration system into this pond whenever it does become full. Got habitat right there, habitat over there. We created a spawning bed over there that's going to range, and a wetland area that ranges anywhere from 6 inches deep to 3.5 feet of water, and a whole bunch of different habitat that was native to this site that we saved whenever we cleared it, and we utilized it, created all kinds of undulating areas over there with all kinds of different elevations ranging anywhere from 18 or a foot to 12 inches down to the bottom down here, which is anywhere from 10 to 12 feet. So this big wide open area in here is, whenever this thing does fill back up, we're going to be back out to install a bunch of Texas Hunter, Texas Angler synthetic fish habitat, which is the best fish habitat in the industry that's synthetic. We like it a lot because you can adjust it to different elevations, and that way you can present more of your water to be beneficial for your fish. So back over here, that area right there where that high grass is up by the yard, right there is going to be a dock. So whenever they build the dock right there, what we wanted to do was make it safe so that they could come running down out of that yard, do a cannonball off the dock and go swimming if they wanted to. But at the same token, we want to make it so if they're standing on the dock, a lot of the habitat is within casting distance, so you can stand there, enjoy an adult beverage, and catch some big fish off your dock. That'll also be a spot where we install a Texas Hunter feeder. Over in here, we got a bunch of more undulating areas. Now this area over there where them big trees are, that is the deepest spot in the pond, which is 14 feet 11 inches. That is 14 feet 11 inches. That is a very important number because you cannot exceed 15 feet from the highest point of the dam to the deepest hole in the pond in the state of Pennsylvania. So we pushed her right to the max. This area right here, I'm going to zoom in, that tree right there. What we did was see how it's suspended in the air. That provides great cover because you've got a spawning bed right nearby. Your little guys can come down as they hatch, hide in the limbs of that thing, but at the same token, it gives a great spot for your big guys to ambush them and provides food for them because ultimately we're trying to get large bass. Back over to here, we created a peninsula over right there, and that's going to be another spot for a Texas Hunter feeder with a whole bunch of channels. You can see some of the close-ups right there. I'm going to do a photo dump on this later as well. It's going to give you some real close-ups of some of the habitat that we constructed there, but there's all kinds of undulating areas. And there's a pea gravel spawning bed right there. And if I stick my finger in there, it's going to blow, but blur it up. But that's a pea gravel spawning bed right in that area. And now what we're going to do is come back here to the corner, and that's a cutoff from the overflow. And we figured why not incorporate it in as some habitat. Gets filled with water, you're not going to see it, but we got the trees laying there, and see how I have them laying in angles. That's so as the temperature changes throughout the season, the fish can move up and down with the logs to the temperature that they prefer. So now back to the dam. The dam we have is 3-to-1 slope on the inside, if not more in some areas. Then we have this stone band, which we'll get back to in a second, 18-foot wide flat top. Then 3.5-to-1 slope on the outside. 3.5-to-1 is very critical because you can mow across this dam in high gear with your lawn tractor and not spill your adult beverage and worry about rolling over. Because really, what's more important? Being able to enjoy adult beverage while you mow is always a good thing. So back to this stone band. It provides three very crucial aspects to the pond. One is the water is going to fill up to right about where my fingernail is there. It stops erosion of the dam, and we're in an area where this actually does get pretty gusty and windy. So any little wave action, we don't want any erosion on the dam, so this rock is going to help deter that for sure. The other thing is too, is it provides great habitat for the fish, especially shiners. They love to lay their eggs in this type of stuff, and it just provides great forage for your fish. And you can see the band goes the whole way around. And then the other thing is too, is it helps to deter muskrats. So it'll stop them from digging in the dam. This dam was constructed, cleaned down, stripped the topsoil out, constructed the core, which the core was about 10 to 15 feet wide in spots. Then we started at 6 to 8 inch lifts and came the whole way up to the top. So the top of this dam, the highest point down there, like I said, it's about 12 feet down to the bottom there. So it's a big dam. It's 110 feet from the inside to the outside. So that's a lot of girth on this girl. Topsoil is a little bit tough to finish because it was like talcum powder. It's absolutely just so dry out here. We do have some water in there which came from the existing pond that was up in that area that we breached and let it come down into here. So anyhow, that's it. If there's any question and comments, please post them down below. Somebody from the staff will be sure to answer them for you as always. And until next time, guys, hopefully we'll be seeing you from back home. And thanks for watching. And everybody stay safe out there.